it's not going to clamp, it's not going to hold. And you can imagine with our big tall tires and a lot of horsepower, this needs to clamp up pretty solid or it won't work. We'll get this thing out and let the pros look at it, see what they tell us. The clutch is back and it's ready to be reinstalled in the boss. Here's the pressure plate. Our clutch shot took a little bit off this face. It changes the fulcrum of where this spring is putting the pressure and how it's acting. So changing the fulcrum gives this thing a little more mechanical bite. So a little bit stronger there, not much. It didn't need a lot. Now the clutch disc updated a little bit there. Okay, so now down to the flywheel. This is the original one. Very traditionally, they just resurfaced it. It wasn't burnt, it wasn't cracked enough to where you'd have to replace it. So, I mean, all in all, about totally basic clutch job. It's new and fresh and nice and strong. These look great. Now all that's left is to torque them in and get the transmission put back in. Now, pretty much this assembly is all done. Now I gotta get somebody to help me throw the transmission back up on the stand and we'll get it all together. Okay, have fun. Tons of fun. Up and away.
I need
Very tight.
I need a new little stand to put these in, really.
The clutch is installed. Everything's back together. I can't wait to see this
Right, make
boss
sure I've
back on
got
the
enough
ground.
room to do everything.
So the clutch went in all good?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it for a drive and see if I can kind of work this clutch.
Nice.
So I'll let you know.
And that's nothing. It's my test page. This is the page we're doing.
It's one of the most favorite things about my
Fun.
job. I can't
Isn't
wait
it
to test
cute?
this clutch off. I got a whole crew of guys to help. This is why we test drive these cars. Anything can happen. We need to check the fuel pump. We need to check the flow holes. I would much rather it happen here than halfway across the country at the owner's place. Hey, Dave, what do you think the problem is?
Well, let me look at it.
This should be good.
I am well educated and very much in
Hey,
tune with
do you want
all
me to
of
get
the
you anything before I start this?
No,
Sure.
I'll get a crisp.
Alright.
fuel pump.
What about flow holes?
So,
Alright, no.
I'll just turn this on.
Could be the flow balls.
Wait, hold on a bit. Where did you learn that technique?
I won't put no music on because you can hear the telly in the background, so that'll be enough. Just don't want it to be silent.
If Dave's instincts are right, it's going to be one of those two problems, so I'm going to start with whatever he thinks it's not. I'm going to crack a fuel line and see if the fuel pump's actually delivering fuel to the carburetor. If it is, and we'll go into the flow holes, that means that we know that the fuel pump is bringing fuel from the tank to the carb. Hey Dave.
Yeah.
Hold this fuel on off. Can you turn the key on real quick and make sure we get the fuel to hit his heart?
Got something to catch it?
Yeah.
And I saw that taste in my mouth. I don't think I'll lick the car again.
I go ahead and just crank it, Dave.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, you can't see my nice pencils, can you?
Go fuel pump.
Got nowhere else to put them on though.
Bad pump, so I'm going to pull it out and test it. Let's plug this
Unless
guy in
I
and see if
move
this works out here.
these ones. Move it along like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's screwed up.
These are
We
down.
did some testing. We had no power going to the fuel pump. When we did inject power, we didn't have the fuel pump running.
Move them down.
Pulled the
Can you see
fuel
them now?
pump, and now you're dumping gas all over. It's like a little baby kid.
Hey, this is what we do. This is how we learn. You start tearing stuff apart when you're a kid.
So while Will's tearing the pump apart, the pump is no longer good. We tested it. You might be able to get it running, but we're here now, so we're going to install a new pump and then go from there. We ordered a new fuel pump, and Lane's going to
Right,
install
we're
it.
going to try and not use the markers, but we're going to just try and use these Right,
Now that Lane's installed the fuel pump, it's time to get this boss back on the road.
we're back in a minute. Hold on, tangled up my wires, one sec.
The clutch works perfect. Everything else is operating like it's
Right.
supposed to. It kicks
There we go.
ass. Now it's time to
That's
send
what
us
we'll be doing in a minute. I thought that was
Well,
white.
guys in the metal shop, I've saved the day. I found both front and rear floor pans. I got you a full floor section.
1 minute.
Hard
Just
part's
try and
over.
put you
Should be
right.
smooth sailing from here. The bodywork is definitely going to be a big job on this, simply for the fact that these are huge panels. They're almost 8 feet long and every bit of 4 feet tall. It's like taking a brand new 4x8 sheet of sheet metal and crumpling it up under a cart and then trying to straighten it out. This is going to be a big job. The first thing Bryce needs to do is prep out the metal, get it all conditioned properly so it'll take the body filler. Once he gets going on the body filler, he's got to block that stuff down. With the long block, it's going to take a lot of work.
Right on, Bryce. It's looking good. How we coming? Getting there. Getting there? Yeah. It's looking a lot better than when it came in. Rust bucket, Swiss sheesh, man. Right here. How's it blocking? Really good. It's taking a little bit longer, though. I could use some help. What do you mean?
So adjusting.
I don't
Won't be
have
a
the body
minute.
work arms like you guys. Let's do it. All right, so hook me up. What do I need? Are you going to powder coat this down? That's you. Guide coat it?
Right. So
Don't
it's
get
okay
this.
now?
Can't cut the top?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's go for it. Some more on there. Make sure
See
you
the
get
pants.
scratches.
Can't see those ones, but you know they're there. Right, what do you
I've heard
want?
about Kevin's bodywork skills, and as we all know, Kevin's not a very patient guy, so this should be pretty interesting. What about these?
You want that big bag of ready salted?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what are you doing?
No.
I'm bodyworking, dude. Remember you taught me?
No, I told you.
Well, I thought you guys were going to show me what to do, and then I was just going to
Show
help you.
you that we have a screw here.
You need to come up
I
and
just want to make sure. So this
What?
part in front with your head.
You know everyone is talking on the scene. I hear them whispering about the places that you've been and how you don't know how to keep your business
I don't know
clean.
I don't answer numbers I don't know.
And then you go back the other way. Can I get this?
Right.
And when you say even
Start
pressure, how do you,
again.
I mean, my hands are only so big. So I have a 2-year-old, and he doesn't even ask these many questions. I feel like there's too many rules in bodywork. That's why I just like to weld stuff together. I think Kevin's learning a lot, but I also think I'm learning that I can get it done a lot quicker without it. I sometimes feel like this I might be hindering more than helping on this one. I think it's looking pretty good, don't you? I don't really know what I'm looking at.
Nice tail.
It's not bad for a first timer, but I think I'm gonna have to finish it properly after he leaves.
Can you see
can
that?
go down that way just a little bit. How do you know you've sanded enough? I'd say right there, that's probably good. You've done a good job. See, this is why I've always opted out of bodywork. Look, I only worked for like what, 2 minutes? I'm filthy now. I have to say, I did a hell of a job. My panel
We'll do
is
Miss
the best.
Blaine.
When life doesn't go to plan, ClearScore can help with personal.
All my lights have changed colour again.
On the outskirts of Moscow. Fania Kaplan, a woman working with a banned terrorist group, was standing in the crowd. She
Yeah, it's a
fired
lot
3
longer.
shots directly at
I
Lenin.
don't want to start
2
the
bullets
lights up.
entered his body. 1 pierced his lung, the other lodged in his neck.
There we go.
By the time he was brought back to the Kremlin, he appeared to be on the point of death.
Yeah, I was gonna say it takes a lot longer to do a picture when you're using
As crowds gathered
Pencils
outside,
and stuff
Lenin's
like that.
paranoia continued.
than it does.
He refused all medical help until they could find a guaranteed Bolshevik doctor.
It's a nice colour. Can't
Surprisingly,
really see on
Lenin
the
survived
camera,
the
can you?
shooting, and the party press declared his quick recovery as a miracle. They distributed pamphlets portraying Lenin
You
as the
see
chosen one.
the colour on it? It is that.
But the failed attempt on Lenin's life also unleashed a wave of terror against anyone considered counter-revolutionary.
Yeah, you can
The
see it.
Cheka, already a formidable body with the power to arrest, try, and execute, began to torment anyone thought to have incorrect beliefs or the wrong class origins.
There was not a single town which did not have its own Cheka.
And these were organizations which combined arrest, investigation, trial, and execution. It was enough to open a telephone directory where there would be listed all the numbers and addresses of all, let's say, the Petrograd intelligentsia. Included in this definition of enemies there were Cossacks, priests, businessmen, practically all the thinking element of Russian society before the revolution.
Openly described as the Red Terror, it had become elevated to official policy. In Petrograd, the leading Bolshevik newspaper shrieked, "For the blood of Lenin, let there be floods of blood with the bourgeoisie. More blood, as much as possible." Since the failed assassination attempt on Lenin, the Bolsheviks have formalized the use of terror in order to stifle all opposition and keep a firm grip on power. Within a month, the Cheka had ordered the deaths of 800 left-wing rivals of the regime.
Has he got any ears?
Lenin
Did you
feared
say
a
this was
counter-revolution
like the ear?
more than anything else. And by the end of the year, over 6,000
You know.
political opponents are murdered.
Ah, this book is cute. I like to use a thick page behind it because these are only thin. Which, when you're buying it, it shows that it's bigger. You know, that it's a lot sturdier
Russia was
because
still
this
fighting
is so
Germany in the First
flimsy.
World War, and
The
Lenin's
pictures
attempts
are
to
cute
get
in it,
peace
but
by
they do
pulling
look
out
a
of
lot
the war
bigger.
failed. Fearing a renewed attack from
So
the
I've
Germans,
used a
he created
thick
a new
piece to
fighting
put
force,
behind it.
the Red Army. Its leader was Lenin's second-in-command, Lev Davidovich Bronstein. His party name was Leon Trotsky. But their peace overtures to Germany unwittingly created a threat from a completely different direction.
The government in Moscow is worried about mainly the Germans. They think there's going to be an attack from the West. So when they begin creating a Red Army, it's to fight the Germans. You know, it's to be there in the West. And in fact, the danger suddenly emerges in May, June, July.
Craig Doyle, special guests as we celebrate the best of international rugby and gear up for the battles that lie ahead. The Autumn Nations Rugby Show, every Thursday at 10 on Quest, with every match live on TNT. Female was believed to be trapped in the vehicle. It's unknown extent of injuries at this time.
What to do? We're doing the body this colour as well.
If the driver's critical, getting treatment in the first 60 minutes, known as the golden hour,
I
dramatically
reckon we'll do
increases
the
their
body just
chances
a
of
little.
recovery.
The other boy.
First signs are
Oh
not good.
no, my arm
It looks
aching.
like the white Toyota lost control and skidded into the stone sign before being tossed on its side.
Yeah.
Remarkably, the female driver appears to have escaped unscathed.
Right, you climb out of this top door. Yeah.
As the driver sits tight for the paramedics, further up the road, the ICE has claimed another victim.
Just had another one. 7-7, can we have another patrol to the junction of the 60-70? We need to block this off, please.
Luckily, this time no one's hurt. But with two collisions in 20 minutes, Martin's determined to prevent a third.
I'm going to go and put my patrol car at the end and block it off.
It's now over 25 minutes since the first accident.
Yeah,
and the
can you see how
driver's
it's
taken a
coming
turn for the
through?
worse.
How you feeling,
Not
James?
pressing indent, so it's good job I've got that behind.
I'll put this down.
With the paramedics still fighting the traffic, the air ambulance has also been scrambled, but so far there's no sign of it.
There we go. You're alright. You're alright. Alright, yeah? Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll get you another jacket, yeah? In fact, I'll tell you what. There you go, do you want to... Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. There we go. Is that alright? Yeah. Stay there. Sorry. Where are you going here? Where you want to go? Right back where you were. Yeah? That's it. Just go back. Come on. Yeah.
Right, okay. Where's the pain at, honey?
Yeah, it's like, it's not like my hip, it's like, a bit upwards. Yeah, like,
Right. Okay. Tell you what, I'll just hold you under there, is that alright? No. Yeah, honey.
I just need to find the sharpener out.
James organised the first test.
Yeah, right.
Alright.
Right, what I've devised here is a sort of auto test, like that thing. You start
What's the
here in this
sharpener do
Bollard
now?
parking space, then you have to do a full circle around this priceless Ming Dynasty bird bath. Right. There, and then you're into the slalom, which is like a slalom. You come to a complete stop, okay, select reverse, come back out of the garage, drive over here, and then reverse
Oh,
back
I've
to
got
the
one in here.
Okay, in the meantime, the bloke who's in the back. Oh, look, come on. Yeah.
But you're driving by remote control.
Yeah.
Yes, James had decided that whichever one of us wasn't driving would have to be a passenger in the car that was being driven.
But there's a good reason, because you get out here and you go sprinting off down there, well, I went, obviously I'll walk, and there's a big plunger that you press, and that starts the demolition ball of death. Right, what happens when you press the plunger?
Of
Death is this, swings backwards and forwards. Yeah, the bloke who's driving the car has to get through without being hit by the ball of death.
You know what, I'm not cool.
Oh
I
no.
think you've missed a trick with that guy.
I don't know where the sharpener is.
Something else.
Yes,
So
we'd like to
we'll
buy,
have to do this one when I get a sharpener.
Right, double jeopardy.
Leave the
Any of
pencils
this
to one
lot has
side.
extra points off.
Okay, but can I just point
And
out
we'll
that
pick
Charles
another
Dickens's
one.
head is already broken off, so there's no points for that.
How did my life bring me to this point, getting into this car, driven by him?
See what there is.
Right, Hammond, mate, I'll do the best to be gentle with you, but obviously I've got to make some effort to go quickly because it's against the clock.
Oh, this is quick and easy. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I think we'll do that one actually.
James wasn't that.
Right, we'll do this one.
Sorry.
You are utterly useless. And obviously I would be so much better.
Not very easy, this. Okay, James, I'm going to go for the garage now.
He's doing it good. Well done.
Brake, man! Brake!
Sorry. Sorry. Gotta get you over to the caravan. This will be the work of but a moment. That'll do it. I think we'll get that hitched up.
Whilst the caravan was being hitched up, James took control of the plunger of death, which would release the ball of death.
Okay, here I go.
For the first time in my life, I wanted the caravan to survive. Ball of death. Yes! Yes!
Good brand of pencils, those.
We got our eye with the auto test. But now
Right,
it's time
so
to see if these real-life radio-controlled cars were any good
carry
at
on.
speed. And to add a bit of
So
jeopardy,
we're gonna
we
keep
brought
with
in
the
some competition
pistol
in the
thing.
form of a 13-year-old girl. This is Christy Rosenberg, and she's the under-15s remote-controlled car racing champion.
Right, for this next task, we're going to try something a bit more straightforward, but I think it's going to be a lot faster.
It's a
Yeah,
race. Basically, it's a big oval. So along this straight here,
You're gonna put tea on soon.
and then it gets quite
Yeah.
tight on the back straight, quite narrow there. Round that
Just give me a
and
minute.
up to the start line again. We'll do 3 laps, but then at the end there's a sort of grand finale. You'll note over there the ramp, and the other side of which is a caravan. I think you can see where this is going. You jump up the ramp, over the caravan, and let's say 10 points for whoever goes the furthest. Got it?
Now, just so as you know, Richard is driving the Vauxhall, Christy is driving the BMW, and I'm driving the lovely Ford Scorpio.
This is impossible. After just 50 yards, James brought my race to an end. What have you done? You've destroyed my Your car's just going round properly. She said nothing. Partly because she's a teenager, but mostly because she was busy. Now that might look like James in the lead, but in truth, Christy was coming up to lap. Again. Christy had a brief scare. But was her face bothered? No. And then it was a clear run to the jump of death. Here she goes. Will she clear the caravan? No. Never mind. Maybe James will clear. No. Yeah, well done.
You two were rubbish.
Yes, well,
And
yes, we
now
were.
I'm afraid I'm going to relieve myself all over your bonfire because I've brought along a radio control car that has a rather special party piece.
Okay. Compared to the other?
A bit better than that, James. Okay, can we dim the lights? Can we just get the lights down? Okay, it's over there. If you look, it is a Vauxhall Astra VXR. Here it comes. Moving towards us now. And if you just watch carefully, you'll note that it has now taken off. It is flying.
It's floating.
No, it's not floating, James. It's flying. And there are no wires either. Before you say that, it has no wires suspending it. There is a man controlling that with a radio control. Amazing. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this in your whole life?
Nice colour.
That is a ton of Vauxhall flying.
Right, what we're thinking for the next bit.
People's heads. I will explain.
Maybe like a pastel yellow.
Weighs £10, which is about the same as
What
my
else
socket
is
joint. And
beneath?
it's full of helium and it's got 3 little fans on it that make it steer and move
Yeah,
about.
It's incredible. Is it expensive?
Yes. It costs £5. It is 60,000 quid. Really? 60,000 quid worth every penny. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's
a flying Vauxhall. It would stand.
Wonky, and at £15, I'm not sure there's a great profit in it, so I'm going to put it back.
We'll leave you to mooch further than Raj, while we catch up with Hetty in Monks Ealing.
It's just an ornament.
1920s, 1930s. It's very Art Deco in style, and it's definitely of the period. It's not a reproduction. So that means that these little plastic parts, they would have been made out of bakelite. This lovely marble base. In terms of the stag, I'm just looking for the wear to it to see what it's actually made of. Now it's got a little scratch here, and the under colour is actually a sort of dull metal grey colour. So that's telling me it's not made of bronze, otherwise you'd be seeing goldy colour underneath. So it's definitely made of spelter, and it's quite common that some items that look bronze have been bronzed, as they call it.
Spelter was an inexpensive alternative for bronze, but the stag is an iconic motif of the Art Deco movement. Looks good, Hetty.
I like that a lot. Not liking the price so much. £65. I think this might have to come with me. Mainly because perpetual calendars do really well at auction, and it's got the added feature of having a stag on it. I like it.
What happened to that calendar of my mum's, Crystal?
Hello,
Which?
Sarah.
That
Hello.
black
I really
one.
like this. I think the fact that it's French is quite charming as well.
I like that, did you? I'll tell you what day it was and all the rest of it.
Oh, that one.
What happened to that?
I don't know when to throw it.
Did you throw it?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, thank you. I'd love to take
I
you
want
to
that.
and give you some money out.
Sarah, you've been very kind. That lovely
Chucked it.
little
I can't believe all the stuff that just got chucked away, could you?
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you on live or something?
Yeah.
Now here's something juicy.
Oh, my eyes are watering.
80% of antique shops.
Because I've not got my specs on that.
They're made out of spelter. This is a 19th century one. And
It's hard getting old, you know, people.
famous Marley horses that are outside Chateau Marley.
The original Marley horses were commissioned in 1739 by Louis XV. They're generally regarded amongst the greatest masterpieces of French 18th century sculpture.
Growing up over the years, everywhere I went, I used to see these Marley horses and I used to ask questions about them. They were always made in pairs though, as far as I know, and this is just one. That's quite a nice chunk of spelter. And there's only £30 on the ticket. I think this could be the one.
Brace yourself, Trevor.
So Trevor, you've got £30 on the ticket. What would be your bet?
I can do 25. Is that any good?
Absolutely fantastic. Trevor, I'm not going to quibble. Thank you so much. Let me pay you straight away.
That equestrian line leaves Raj with 85 smackers. Time to rein it in. The shopping is over for today, and our chummaroos are packed together in the big mighty automobile.
You've driven the car more than me. You got any tips for me as to how to drive it really well?
When you're going around a corner, close your eyes.
Oh, don't listen to him. He thinks the car's got an ejector, see? Nighty night.
Can we have tea soon?
Yeah, I'm just finished the top of this ad and I'll start it.
Yesterday.
You know, Hetty, you amazed me yesterday. You were so good at it.
A natural.
Have you ever missed that before?
Without a doubt.
I'd like to try the aero stuff. Is it trapeze or something?
Trapeze artist. But I think you'd make a better clown.
I was gonna use my, my new pencils aid.
Yesterday, Hetty was going for it, buying the
I was gonna use my new pencils in my new book because it'd look nice, the pastel colours. But I can't find my bloody sharpener, so
While Raj was in Super Warrior mode.
I'll have to
Wooden stilts, the dance job lock, the luster,
find that.
and the hefty Marley horse.
Right.
Just put it on low and slow, honey.
Remaining for him.
1 minute, let me just do this.
More than one string of leather, don't you know?
One of my passions is magic. You know, I'm an amateur magician, but I absolutely love it. Always doesn't go right. Yeah, I still love doing it.
And you, Hetty?
I can sing. Okay, right, we're going to start with an R. We're going to go, let's join in with me.
Oh, sorry, am I?
That's okay, we'll work with it.
Good luck with that.
How am I supposed to know what this
lays claim to the roots of a sinister chapter in 17th century British history. King James I of England was on the throne, obsessed with the he made witchcraft a crime punishable by death.